Wake up, Raleigh. You've made it to Friday. I'm Matt Peiken, and this is your local newscast for December 12th. Cary town manager Sean Stiegel is under scrutiny after documents revealed he stayed at a luxury Austin hotel during a 2023 professional conference, charging the town over $3,400 without an original receipt. Although Stiegel claimed the cost covered, quote, multiple staff, records show he was the only town employee at Hotel Van Zant, while others stayed nearby. Additional charges included $150 each way for chauffeured airport rides. Stiegel, currently on paid administrative leave, hasn't responded to inquiries. The town is also facing questions about other unapproved expenses, and you can read more about this in the News and Observer. Durham County Commissioner Nida Alam has launched a primary challenge against U.S. Representative Valerie Foushee in North Carolina's 4th Congressional District. Alam, who previously ran in 2022, criticized Foushee for a lack of urgency on immigration and foreign policy, particularly citing immigration enforcement and U.S. support for Israel's actions in Gaza. Backed by Senator Bernie Sanders and progressive groups, Alam frames her campaign as a push against corporate influence. Foushee defended her legislative record and recent stance to decline AIPAC contributions. The primary is set for March, and you can read more about this at WUNC or at IndieWeek. A legislative hearing at the North Carolina General Assembly erupted in shouting this week as Republican lawmakers accused Chapel Hill-Carrboro City Schools of defying the state's Parents' Bill of Rights. The law requires parental notification if a student changes their name or pronouns. GOP leaders alleged noncompliance and indoctrination, while Superintendent Rodney Trice and former board chair George Griffin insisted the district is following the law. Democrats called the hearing political theater and a distraction from underfunded schools. The session included slammed books and accusations of anti-LGBTQ+ bias. You can read more on this at NC Newsline. UNC System President Peter Hans has confirmed that all core syllabuses across the system's 16 universities will be treated as public records. A new policy, still in draft form, would require institutions to create a publicly accessible syllabus database starting in the 2026-27 academic year. The move has sparked pushback from faculty and the North Carolina AAUP, who argue it infringes on copyright protections and academic freedom. Hans said public scrutiny is part of public education, though he acknowledged concerns about harassment. A finalized policy hasn't yet been released. You can read more on this in the Daily Tar Heel. And the Wake Med campus police officer fatally shot last month had previously been fired from the Knightdale Police Department for repeated policy violations. 59-year-old officer Roger Smith was killed during an altercation with Benji Martin Jr., a patient experiencing a mental health crisis at Wake Med Garner Healthplex. Records obtained by the News and Observer show Smith was terminated in 2013 after multiple suspensions and poor performance reviews. Advocates for Martin, who is charged with murder, are demanding the release of security footage and questioning whether police responded appropriately to the crisis. Read more on this in the News and Observer. If you haven't already, do sign up for our free daily newsletter. It's basically this newscast in written form. Go to wakeup.ral.transistor.fm. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at Wake Up Raleigh. And please share this podcast with your friends who care about this city. I'm Matt Peiken. Thanks so much for starting your weekdays with Wake Up Raleigh. Have a sunny weekend.